What's up, pop punk enthusiasts? Welcome to Pop Punk Promo. My name is Sydney, and I am your host and fellow music lover. If you're new here, hey, what's up? Welcome to the Pop Punk Promo family. I'm so glad you decided to take a chance on us and listen to our little podcast. We created this podcast with the goal of bringing awareness to small artists in the scene. And as the show has progressed, we have made it our top priority to feature 90% non male musicians. Women and queer artists often experience industry discrimination, especially in the rock scene. Our mission is to shed light on the incredible non male performers in the rock genre and really work towards breaking the gender imbalance in the industry. If you love finding small artists before anyone else does and you love supporting badass women, then this is absolutely the show for you. Please enjoy our interviews. There are so many of them to choose from, and welcome to the Pop Punk Promo community. Be sure to give us a follow on social media at Pop Punk Promo. We are definitely most active on our Instagram and TikTok, so make sure you follow us there first. Also, be sure to check out our website, poppunkpromo.com. That is the hub for everything and anything involving this podcast. We have so much there available for you guys. We have a space for every single featured artist we've ever featured. So we have links to their music, links to all of their episodes. We even have a bunch of specially curated playlists for you guys as well to go check out a bunch of brand new artists you've probably never heard of before. And my personal favorite playlist on there is the new release radar. We update this every single Friday with brand new songs in the scene, so you're not going to want to miss it. It is the best way to find brand new music from small artists and larger artists in the scene. It's totally worth it. Check it out at poppunkpromo.com. If you love what we do here, be sure to give us a follow on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to us. Also, make sure you give us a 5-star rating as well. Following us and leaving a rating is the best way for us to land in the feeds of other pop punk enthusiasts. So, thank you so much to everyone who has already done that. We are still a baby podcast trying to grow, so we appreciate all the support we get from everyone. Anytime you guys share us on your Instagram stories or share us with your friends, give us ratings, comments, all those things are benefiting us in ways that you don't even know. So thank you so much. It means the world to us. There is one more really cool way you can support us as well. We do have a merch store available. You can visit poppunkpromo.com or poppunkpromo.store for access to the really cool merch. So we've got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, a ton of cool stuff. And I'm working on some more things for it. So keep an eye out for some more stuff. I did just load 2 new shirts and a couple of new stickers. I have more sticker designs I'd love to put up. So I'm just really excited about the merch, and I hope you guys are too. So if you'd like to sport your new favorite podcast and support us a little bit, head on over to poppunkpromo.store. Hey, pop punk enthusiasts, Sydney here. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. I'm so glad that you're here. I've got a lot of brand new followers on social media. So if you're new here, I just wanted to say, hey, hello. Thanks for checking us out. I am so incredibly glad that you found our platform and are listening in today. It truly means so much to me to have so many of you listening in and following us on our journey on social media. So thank you so much for being here. All right, let's just dive right into it. I've got so much to share with you. So without further ado, let's get into some pop punk news. We're going to kick off this week's news segment with some amazing tours that have been announced that we are so excited for. So, first up on the list here is Charlotte Sands. Now, she actually announced her North American satellite tour a few months back, and she actually updated it and added 2 new cities to the list. So, I'm super excited for that. Her tour is coming up real fast here on September 9th, starting in Nashville. And then she's going to be ending on September 27th in Los Angeles. Now, the 2 new cities are Denver and Las Vegas. So, if you previously didn't see those 2 cities on there and you were bummed about it, well, they're there now, and I hope you can grab tickets. So, if She's coming to a city near you on this short little North American tour. Make sure to grab tickets because I'm not sure when she's going on tour again. Hopefully soon, but I know you're not going to want to miss this one. Next up, we have an absolutely killer double headline tour from Honey Revenge and Dead Poets Society. Along with them, they're bringing support from Honey and Broadside. Now, when I tell you that I am so bummed this is not coming to Minneapolis, I swear. They are hitting up a crap ton of cities, just not Minneapolis. So if you love all these bands, even some of these bands, I would say get on out there because I know for a fact Honey Revenge puts on an amazing show. I've seen Honey a few times as well. They're great. And I would love to see Broadside. So if they're coming to a city near you, make sure to grab your tickets. They're going to be touring from October 23rd through November 25th. And like I said, they're hitting a ton of different cities. So they're likely coming somewhere near you. Make sure to check out Honey Revenge and Dead Poet Society on Instagram or their websites to see if you can snag some tickets for yourself. Next up, we have another tour announcement from The Haunt. This one is another amazing band that I've fallen in love with in the last couple of years and would really love to see live. And once again, they're not coming to Minneapolis, but I digress. So, if you want to catch The Haunt on tour this fall, they're going to be touring from September 18th through November 14th. Again, they're hitting up a ton of different cities in the US. From what I can tell, there's no support announced yet, but I'm sure that that will come very soon. So go ahead, go and grab your tickets. I'm sure they put on an amazing show. I know that I love their music. So get on out there and get some tickets for yourself. All right, guys, this next tour I am very excited about. So, Daisy Grenade went on tour earlier this year, and it was called the So Much to Say tour. Now, this one is the part two of that called Daisy Grenade Still Has So Much to Say. I am particularly excited about this because it is coming to Minneapolis finally, and I am so excited because these girls put on the best show ever. Every time I see them, it's like a freaking party. I just have the absolute best time with them. So, if you have not seen Daisy Grenade and you would like to, you should definitely check out if they're coming to your city on this run. They're going to be bringing support act Boyish on tour with them, and they'll be touring from November 17th through December 13th. So, we've got a good end of the year run here for them, and I'm so excited to see what else they have going on. So, make sure to check out on Daisy Grenade's website or their social media to see if they're coming to a city near you. The last big announcement that I want to go over today is huge. It's one that I am very excited about, and I really hope I can make this work for myself. So, the announcement is an all new emo cruise. So this one's called Shattered Shores, and it's taking off from Miami next year, next September. So there's a whole year until this thing takes off, but trust me, guys, this is an absolutely loaded lineup. For starters, we've got headliners Newfound Glory, Cobra Starship, and 303. So if that's not already like worth it, you've got an incredible amount of amazing acts going on this ship as well. So we've got Jarrett Reddick from Bowling for Soup, who's going to be in attendance. We've got Breathe Carolina, Cartel, 4 Year Strong, Hey Monday, Hot Shell Ray, Mod Sun, Nothing Nowhere, Plain White Tees, Stand Atlantic, The Somerset, Action Adventure, As December Falls, Broadside, Chandler Layton, Charlotte Sands, Dawn. You guys, Dawn. I love them so much. You guys know they were my first ever interview, so I cannot believe they're on this cruise ship. Next, we've got Diva Bleach, Don't Panic, Driveways, Every Avenue, Like Roses, Low Low, Millington, Not My Weekend, Public Works, Sucker Punch, and Winona Fighter. Guys, that is stacked as hell. It's a 5-day cruise, and I just simply I just think I would pass away on that cruise. And I think I would go to heaven, maybe not heaven, but I would go somewhere happy. Um yeah, it's crazy. The thing is sponsored by Summer School, Taking Back Emo, and So What? Yeah, if you're able to go on this cruise, you should. If you love any and all of these artists like I do, I'm going to do whatever I can to make this thing work because this is probably the coolest. cruise festival that I have seen in a long time. So I'm very excited about that. Tickets are not cheap. I mean, it's a whole ass cruise with a bunch of musicians. So yeah, they're starting at about $1,200 per person in a cabin. So I don't know, get a bunch of your homies together and go see a freaking amazing cruise festival because this is awesome. And if I don't get to go, I will be jealous of everyone who's there. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about it. Go check it out. Tickets, I believe, are on sale now. You can put down a deposit of $99 to book your spot. So, I'm so stoked to see where this goes, and I hope I am there next year. All right, guys, for the last part of our news segment here, we're just going to rapid fire some brand new music. As a reminder, you can check out all of these amazing songs on the Pop Punk Promo Release Radar. The playlist is exclusively on Spotify. I'm sorry, Apple Music users. I just don't know how to do that yet, and I don't have an Apple phone. So, Spotify it is. So, without further ado, here is our list of rapid fire songs. Hot Mess released a double single this past week. So the two songs are called Toxic Cloud and New Addiction. Both are amazing. Go check them out. Pretty in Panic, who used to be Renee, she released her debut single as Pretty in Panic. It's called Tom DeLonge. Go listen to it. It's just a very classic pop punk banger. Rivals released Bite the Bullet. LOL It's Leah released Summer '09. My good friend Elias just started a new band called Zisha, that's spelled Zysia. They released their new single called Stay. It's absolutely amazing. Go check it out. I love what they're doing, so I think you guys are going to like it. Spider Lily released their song Daisy. Scene Queen released a collaboration with Left to Suffer. It's called Metalicious, and she actually just announced a Metalicious EP that's going to be coming out later this year. So I'm super stoked about that. Nadia Vea released a song called Dressing. Stand Atlantic released a new song called Lucid. Water Parks released their 6th studio album, Jenks. I'm absolutely obsessed with every single one of the songs. Go check them out. If you were going to just check out one or two, I would say Gwen Stefani or Nobody But You. Amazing songs. Fiona Hayes released a song called I'm Losing Again. Meet Me at the Altar released one called Pain in My Chest. Honey Revenge released another single from their upcoming album. It's called Sunday Scaries. First to 11 released a cover of Mamma Mia, which I thought it's amazing. I love Mamma Mia. Death by Romy released a song called 2468. The Plain White Tees did a collaboration with Lolo, which is so exciting. They did a new take on Hey There Delilah with Lolo as Delilah, and oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. I really love it, so you should go check that one out. Hexproof released a cover of Toxic by Britney Spears. It's a banger. Go check that one out. And then last, The Rex released a new song called Hangin' Out as part of their upcoming album called Outside. So, again, make sure to check out all of these amazing songs on our release radar on Spotify. You can check that out linked in our bio on Instagram, or you can go to our website, poppunkpromo.com, and find all the links there. All right, pop punk enthusiasts, it's time for our featured artist segment. As I mentioned in the last episode, we took a bit of a hiatus on accident and intentionally due to a few different life events that I had going on. But this one is another one of those uh, interviews that happened a long time ago, like 3 months ago. So I'm so sorry to this artist that it took me so long to get it out. But please, I apologize if some of the information is outdated because it's been so long. But we will not have anything like that in the future. We will have everything on schedule, and I am so excited to keep moving forward. So I'm very excited to present this amazing featured artist this week. She is a badass woman in the scene, and she is just so fiery and so cool, and I feel honored to have been able to talk to her. So without further ado, please welcome Juliette Irons to the show. All right, everybody. We are here today with Juliette Irons. How are you doing today?
I'm doing so well. Thank you for having me. This is so cool.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I found you on Instagram a while back and I just thought that your aesthetic was super cool and I like the music you put out. So I was like, why not have her on? I'm really excited to have you. So
I love that. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me to know people are finding it and liking what I'm doing.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's kind of my own personal little mission here to like scout out women in rock.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
I just happened upon your page somewhere in the internet and I love it. So I'm really glad to have you.
That's so awesome. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you want to introduce yourself to the listeners with your name, your pronouns, and where you're based out of?
For sure. Yeah. So my actual name is Juliette Irons, same as my like
Wow,
artist name or whatever.
that's
Um,
sick.
thank you. Thanks to my parents. Uh, my pronouns are she, her. I am based in LA. I'm originally from a small city outside of Toronto, Canada called St.
Nice.
Catharines. So
Cool.
yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Canadian.
Yep.
Do you like Canada or well, that's kind of a dumb question, but do you like Canada or LA better, I guess?
Ooh, it's a tough call. Like I really love Canada so much and I miss
Mhm.
it a lot.
Mhm.
Um, I think just like because of what I want to do in my career and obviously the weather, like I love LA and it's my
Mhm.
home, but like I love Canada just as much. It's just more like a choice to live here because of what I'm doing and the
Yeah, for
sunshine,
sure.
the mental health.
Sunshine is definitely a plus. I would love
Yeah.
to go live where there's more sunshine. I live in Minnesota, so I'm from the Midwest here and it's
Okay.
today was a very beautiful day actually. I was like sunbathing before this interview and it was just amazing. So
I love that.
I'm I and it's like the perfect weather. It's like 55 and like just bright and sunny and it's beautiful.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm
so
I'm here
nice.
for it. So
That's great. That's great.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but cool. I love that that's your real name. I was actually going to ask you that because it's like the perfect punk name,
Thank
Juliette
you so much.
Irons.
Thank you. I'm so glad you think that. Like I people have told me that my whole like career. They're like, "Is that your real name?" And
Yeah,
I never saw it as anything like cool and interesting because it's just been my name my whole life.
right.
But when I think about it, I'm like, it is a perfect last name for rock and punk. You're right.
Yeah,
So I got lucky.
it's absolutely perfect. Yeah, because like it's not a traditional last name. It's not like you're like Juliette Anderson or Johnson or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like
So true. So true. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I got
yeah,
lucky. This meant to be.
it's badass and I love it. So
Thank you.
cool. Do you want to dive in a little bit? How did you start making your own music and what kind of led you down this path?
Yeah, good question. So, I've been doing music. Like I grew up playing instruments, so like my
Mhm.
mom and dad put me in lessons when I was really young, like violin and piano when I was like
Ooh.
4 or 5 years old or something. Um, but like towards high school, I sort of quit that because it just wasn't, it was like very classical, which is really cool. But I
Mhm.
was such like an emo kid. I was
Yeah.
just like, this isn't really, what I fully want to do with music. And I was also
Mhm.
in dance lessons. And so
Cool.
yeah, and I kind of like gravitated toward that more because I weirdly got this like idea that I wasn't good enough at music. I really wanted to sing, but
Oh.
I didn't know how to like get out of my shell.
Mhm.
So dance felt like easier to me. So I moved to LA originally to be a dancer, and music was like my hidden thing on the side that I never told anyone about. So I like was teaching myself guitar and watching like YouTube tutorials and like secretly going to open mics and like feeling like I was gonna die having anybody hear me sing, but like I wanted to do it so bad.
Yeah.
So I actually had like a dance career first for like at least 10 years. And
Wow.
then yeah, and music was just like slowly creeping up because like I knew I needed to do it, but I was just so shy. And
Mhm.
then eventually I was like writing and doing all these things and just learning on my laptop. Like I had no idea what I was doing. And it wasn't until later on that I ended up having a little bit of like extra budget to be like, I'm gonna hire a producer. Let me like learn how this really goes. That
Mhm.
was in 2018, which is crazy to think back. But I did a lot of music with him and I sat in on the sessions and like learned. And so then
Mhm.
when the pandemic came around, I was like, well, no more money and can't leave the house. So gotta learn how to make music myself. And so I just started doing everything myself, which I always wanted to do.
Mhm.
And that was a crazy journey. And then, which led me to my most recent music. I came into some money a couple years ago, or when was it? 2024, like end of 2024. I had like a budget to put into music, and I was like, I think I want to work with a producer again, because
Mhm.
I felt limited in my bedroom with like what I could really do by myself, and what I was
Mhm.
like, I need like real people playing guitar at the level that like I can't do and stuff. So I
Mhm.
found somebody, and then he really changed my music. So all of my most recent stuff that I released last year is all produced by a guy named Jake Magnus, and he's really amazing producer. And so when we came together, it definitely like leveled up. But
That's awesome.
yeah, we went into a studio and stuff for that. So I feel like I can hear the difference when I look back to the stuff in my room compared to like him. So that was
Mhm.
cool. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. It was I tried to make it a nutshell, but it was a bit
No,
long, but hopefully.
it's perfect. No,
Okay.
it sounds like it's been very much like in your bones forever, and it's like you knew this is where you were supposed to be. It just took you a little while to get there, but like
Oh
you
yeah.
got here, you know,
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah.
still like perfecting your craft every day and like growing and learning and everything. And I love that you did it like through COVID, you know, because that was the time when everyone it's like we had nothing better to do than like figure out just things to do in our house. So that's the perfect time to learn. And I don't know, I understand like I am not a musician in the way that I don't ever want to make my own music or anything, but like using all the technology that is used for music is like such a hard thing to learn how to do. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what platform or what software you use, but it's very complicated and it can be hard to understand if you're like are going into it blind. So like big props to
So
you
true.
for doing that.
Thank you. No, it is very overwhelming. I remember when I went into my first session with the first producer that I worked with, his name is Gabe, and he was amazing too.
Mhm.
I just remember sitting there and being like, what is all of this? Like, this is
Right.
crazy. Because what I had been doing before that was just literally like messing around on my laptop. So
Yeah.
on like GarageBand or something, or like
Yeah.
maybe Logic, but I had no idea what I was doing. When he
Mhm.
opened everything up, I was like, it's endless.
Yeah,
It's
it
crazy
truly
and
is.
very intimidating for
It
sure.
it
Yeah.
truly is, and
Yeah.
it's like there's truly unlimited ways to use that creativity and incorporate it to make things sound different ways, and it's like there's not really a wrong way to I mean, there probably is a wrong way to do it, but like it depending on how you want it to sound, like there's infinite things you can do, which is so
Yeah.
cool about it. So,
Yeah. It's
yeah.
true. For sure.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm glad that you were able to find someone that like really fits with you and like your vibe and brings your music kind of more to the next level that you were like imagining. You know, that's a very cool thing to have happen. So,
Totally. Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that it was such like a perfect match this last year.
Mhm.
Like he had the exact like sound and ear that like I wanted. So
Mhm.
yeah, it was like I didn't even have to tell him what to do. He just already knew. And then when I would get like final product at the end, I'd be like, how is this my song? It
Right. Yeah.
sounds so much better than what I was doing before. So it was very exciting. It was really
Yeah.
exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. And I think that seems to be like, I mean, I'm sure that's what people have been doing forever, but especially these days, like you find your group of people, like your people that'll make your project happen and you collaborate and everyone bounces ideas off of each other. And then it's like, poof, you have something that you never even imagined was possible. So it's
Right?
very
Isn't
cool.
yeah,
Mhm.
I feel like I rediscovered like collaboration and how
Mhm.
essential it is, because before that it had been like 4 years of me alone in my room.
Yeah.
So and I would send at that time I would send the mix to my cousin because he's a producer too. And so he would
Mhm.
mix and master, which was cool. But
Oh, that's nice.
everything else was just me alone. And I was like,
Yeah.
well,
And
you're
also, it's so vulnerable showing people your art. Like, I
yeah.
completely understand where you were coming from, like younger you being like, I don't want to sing in front of anybody that's like embarrassing or whatever. Like, you know, like even if like you know you're good, it's like
Yeah.
it's just always getting past yourself that's hard. Like I definitely understand that for sure. But I'm
Yeah.
glad you did because your music is amazing and
Thank
you're
you
gonna
so
go
much.
so far. So
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. It is funny to look back. Like I remember, I think I was 14 when I first ever sang in front of people. It was like at my high school talent show, and I was like, I'm just gonna try this. And I went to audition for it, and I just like bawled my eyes out and ran outside. I was like, I can't do it.
I can't even tell you the amount of musicians who have like told me similar stories though, where it's like they start like that. They're just very like nervous and scared to go do the thing, but it's like once you just do it, it gets easier from there, you know?
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah.
true. Even though to this day, every time I do a show, I get a panic attack and I'm convinced I'm gonna die, like, on stage. I'm like, "This is my death right
Oh,
now."
no.
Every time, even if there's, like, 5 people in the audience, I'm still like, "This is where I die."
I understand that feeling for sure.
Yeah.
For you though, like, so you have that feeling, like, is that before you go on stage, or do you think it, like, lasts while you're on stage too?
Oh, it lasts while I'm on stage. So
Okay.
it's like growing the whole day. I'm like, it's like the part of my brain that is the anxiety will be telling me that this is a bad idea, and it's like, why do I do this to myself? And so I'm like losing my mind all day, and then by the time I get on stage, it's like I'm so like food and water and sleep deprived that I already just feel physically horrible, and then I'm trying to
Yeah.
survive. Like the whole set is like me surviving and not dying. But there have been times where like I do like maybe 3 songs in, I'm like, "Okay, like, we made it. I'm not this isn't death," and, like, I start to have fun. But
Yeah,
I haven't
that's
been
good.
playing out enough to, like, get to that really good state yet, but,
Yeah,
like,
and I'm
yeah,
sure once you get more shows under your belt, like, it will get easier for you, you know, because it's like
it's
I performing in front of people isn't an easy thing, you know, and, like,
no,
for some
yeah,
people, it is easy, and I envy those people because
same.
it
Yeah,
takes a lot to be able to, like, shut everything out, you know, and just, like, do your thing. Um, but yeah,
totally. I
but yeah.
agree. I envy them too. It's so ironic. It's like the thing I wanna do the most with music is, like, fill venues and have those people that really are connected to my music and, like, hold their hand and, like, have them in person and
Mhm,
give them the experience of, like, my
mhm.
music and my art, but it's also the thing I'm the most afraid of. So it's like,
Yeah.
I have to remember how bad I want it to push through the fear and the voice that's like, "Quit, don't do it."
Right?
It's
But
crazy.
I would say if it gives you any reassurance, you are very talented and you are gonna go far if you just keep on pushing. So I believe
Thank
in
you
you
so much.
wholeheartedly.
Thank you so much. I really needed that today, actually, so thank you. That
You're
means a lot.
welcome. You're welcome. And I'm glad we get to sit down here and I get to help people see your story and learn who is Juliette Irons because you are amazing and you deserve to have people know who you are. And I think it's special to me. So
Thank you. I
yeah.
love that you're doing this because I feel like artists need these moments to just like talk about
Mhm.
their journey and like, bond and stuff like that. So like thank you. I love this.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's definitely the niche I found for myself because I always knew I loved music. I just didn't know how I wanted to apply it to my life, you know?
Yeah.
And this was what I found. This is what I figured out. And I like talking to people. I like having conversations. And I always loved like seeing interviews from my favorite artists growing up.
Me
So I was like,
too.
well, why
Yeah.
can't I help other people do the same thing, you know? Like have honest
Totally.
conversations and
Yeah.
finding the niche with small artists too, it's like it's so great. So,
That's
yeah.
awesome. I agree. I love watching like my biggest inspirations. Like I'll look up their interviews and just watch them. I have a dream of like interviewing people that I look up to one day. Like I don't know. We'll
Well,
see.
you should do it one day.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
amazing. I just
It,
literally one day said, "I'm gonna fucking do this," and here I am.
now
So,
you're doing it.
now I'm doing it.
That's
Yeah.
all it takes, really.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's bring this back to you. We got a little sidetracked here for a second, which is okay.
That's okay.
That's
Yeah.
kind of the point. But yeah, so how would you personally describe your personal brand and music style to people who have never heard you before?
That is such a good question. I feel like it evolves a lot, but currently, like based on what I have released, like the latest stuff that I've put out, I would describe it as like it kind of has an early 2000s energy, like a
Mhm,
nostalgia thing, because that's like where I'm frozen in time. Um,
mhm,
and I pretty much only write about like things that I struggle with, whether it's like yearning for somebody that I can't have, or like just pain or like mental health or like heartbreak.
mhm,
Um, and I think that can take different forms. Like it doesn't have to just be sad or angsty. It can be like
mhm,
pop punk, like fun thing about somebody that you feel insane about or whatever.
mhm.
That was definitely not one sentence to describe my brand, but I think I'm figuring out how to like put it into a sentence still. But um,
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a sentence. It's just whatever you feel like. What do you want to bring to people, or what do you want them to feel or understand about you, like when they play your music? And I think that sums it up well. It's like that
Yeah.
early 2000s kind of vibe, but like it's like the music you grew up listening to kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. Hmm.
Totally. I think my goal has always just been to be somebody that people can put their headphones on and just like feel better.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Whether it's like, oh, this reminds me of the early 2000s, that makes me happy, or oh, she's talking about she can't have that guy or whatever. Same.
Mhm.
Or like,
Yeah.
oh, she's talking about having a mental breakdown. Me too. Like, you
Very
know what I mean?
relatable
Yeah.
content. I love it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Totally. Because
Yeah.
that's what because I have my favorite artists where I'm just like, I have to listen to this right now because I feel like shit or whatever. And so
Mhm.
that's what I want to be, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah.
It does. I love that. And I think you're in the right direction for that for sure.
Cool.
Um, who for you are your like favorite artists that you go to when you're feeling like, I don't know, any type of way? Like what makes you feel better, I guess, when you're not feeling so great?
Yeah, totally. I love this question. So I have so many and it always depends on the mood, but my top artist is usually MGK
Okay,
because
cool.
I just love how how he takes pain and like
Mm-hmm.
transforms it into
Mm-hmm.
whatever genre he's gonna do. Like it's just so
Yeah.
fascinating to me.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like a bold artist.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of his earlier stuff, like on his Hotel Diablo album, there's a lot of pain. So I turn to that album a lot when I'm not
Mm-hmm.
feeling well. It's
Mm-hmm.
gotten me through a lot of stuff. Linkin Park.
Yes, represent on the
Yeah, they're
shirt.
my favorite band of all time. And what's funny is like I loved them growing up
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like definitely millennial. So I was like young, really young when they were coming out, but it was like an angsty age. But
Mm-hmm.
now I listen to them more because I've been through so much, like so many hard things in my life now.
Mm-hmm.
I turn to them now like more than before.
Yeah.
So
How do
yeah,
you like the new format of the band?
I love it. I think like it's just exciting to have those songs be out on stages again.
Mhm.
And I think that Emily is like a beast. I've seen the live
Totally.
show. It's the live like I cried throughout the whole show. I
Oh,
just loved it so much. Like it just like lit me on fire. I think she's unbelievable. Like I'm obsessed with her.
that
Um
makes me happy. I love to hear
yeah.
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like obviously like Chester is like to me the best vocalist like that's ever existed on the planet. I'm
Mhm.
just so obsessed with him forever. So I just think it's cool because they went in a direction where it's just like it's just something different. But it's still
Yeah.
them, but it's different.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
love that. And like I've always like known Linkin Park. They've never been like a huge core part of like my story, but like I've always liked them. And when I heard that like, they got the new lead singer, I was like, this is interesting. And I
Yeah.
like the music a lot.
Yeah.
And it's really funny
Me
this is
too.
coming up because I interviewed another band a couple months back, and they like they're a couple and they met because they were like Linkin Park fans, like hardcore. So it's really funny that we're
That's
like talking
cool.
about this again. Yeah.
That's so hey, if somebody is a Linkin Park fan, I'm like it's into them immediately because I'm like, yeah, we're gonna bond. Like
Yes, yes. I completely understand that. It's like music taste is so important to me. Like when I'm like making friends and like, all that kind of stuff. I'm just like, if you love this band, I'm like, we're automatically gonna have like a million things to talk about. Like I
so
I just
true.
feel that way. So
So true. Yeah. And going to shows too, like I'm not gonna go to a show, especially Linkin Park, with someone that isn't like a massive fan.
right. Because
Because
then you're
I'm gonna
just
be
like, why are you not hyped?
be screaming and crying. Like if you're not, like, don't come with me. I'd rather
Exactly.
go alone. I actually love
Exactly.
going to shows alone because then I'm just like flailing around and I'm like, I don't care.
I love that. I went to actually my first show alone like last weekend, and I was surprised I hadn't done it until that point. And I had a
Yeah,
great time. It was
it's
awesome.
so fun.
I feel like in
Yeah.
general, I'm always so like conscious of like my space in a room, and I'm always just like do people care what I'm doing or what? And I'm like, no one actually does. So now it's like, once you like get rid of that thought, you're just like, okay, now I'm here and I'm just gonna
Yeah.
have, like,
Yeah, exactly. Because they're all doing the same thing anyway.
exactly.
I like
So,
it makes me like emotional when I'm in a show, especially like Linkin Park, and I see other people that are like so obsessed too, and they're
mm-hmm,
just like standing and like going crazy because I know what they're feeling. And it's like we're feeling the same thing right now.
mm-hmm.
And right now, life doesn't exist. We're just like having this amazing experience. That's
Yes.
why I want to do that I want to be the person on the stage so that the people in the audience, like I'm helping them. You know what I mean?
It's such a powerful thing. Like
Yeah.
music is truly like the one universal language. I feel like that no
Yeah.
matter where you come from, you can connect with it. It's like going to a concert truly brings like all forms of life into like one area, and it's just the coolest thing ever. So,
Totally
yeah.
agree. Yeah, it's amazing.
You're gonna do that for people one day. I just know it. So,
Thank you so
yes,
much. That's so
you
nice to hear. I
have the
agree.
passion and like the heart and the energy. It's like you're gonna do it for people one day. I just know it. So,
Thank you. Thank you. I actually needed to hear that because I'm in a little bit of a phase right now where I've like slowed down
mm-hmm,
and everything is a little bit on hold. So I've just
mm-hmm.
been kind of going internal and like, so
Yeah.
it's really nice to hear that. So thank
Of
you.
course, yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm so glad just to get to talk to you about it because like it sometimes all it takes is like one conversation with someone and you're just like you feel better and then you're like I'm super motivated now to go like make this happen and make this work because
Yeah.
it's like people are out there and they believe in you. So,
So
yeah.
true. It does matter. It actually does make a difference. Sometimes it literally is that one person.
Mhm.
And it only takes one yes. Like I feel like that's a
Mhm.
good reminder. Like so many of us, especially like indie artists, spend so much time
Mhm.
getting no's forever. And then you're like,
Yes.
I think I'm just gonna like lay down for a while. And it's like you might like in a couple weeks somebody could come along and be like, actually, I
Yeah.
believe in you and they could have the power. Like you never know.
You truly never know.
Yeah.
So you're an independent artist. Do you have any sort of like team with you, or is it pretty much like just you?
It is just me. I never had a manager or anything like that. I've come
Mhm.
close to a few years back. I like almost got signed to this management team. I was really excited about it. It didn't happen. Looking back, I'm
No.
like I could see that it wasn't meant to be. I was not ready yet at all. It's so cliche,
Yeah.
but I could just see it now. Now I feel definitely very ready and like sellable and all that stuff. But
Mhm.
um I haven't, I guess, met those right people yet. I've been doing everything myself, like just down to like even this last year, I've been like filming myself,
Mhm.
and like editing everything and doing all the marketing and like the Spotify ads and all that myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, the only person I worked with last year was my producer. So
Wow.
he's I guess like and then also the guy who mixed for us, his name's Nick. He's amazing. So I guess they were like part of bringing my music together.
Mhm.
And then I do have somebody from the past when I was making full music videos.
Mhm.
My DP named Roger. He's amazing. He shot all my older music videos. So
Mhm.
he's like also part of my team, but we just haven't worked together in a while because this last year I was like didn't have the budget to make the real visuals. So I was like, I gotta
Mhm.
just film myself. So
Yeah. I mean,
for
it
now.
works. I mean, like phone cameras are so nice these days.
It's
Like,
true. It's true.
and you could always, I mean, I don't know how much it costs, but I'm sure you can rent like a camcorder or something, or I don't even know. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah,
Totally.
you
I've
can do
been
lots of content just on like literally your phone. Like it's so easy to
yeah.
do these days. So,
It's true, it is. It's crazy how much you can do on there. A lot of people do that anyway. And I do
hmm
actually have a camera, so I've been filming myself on like a tripod, but
hmm
um it's just like I'm realizing that my passion is like real cinematography and like real music videos. And
yeah,
that's why I did them because I'm just obsessed with it.
yeah,
But it just was never feeding, like I'd spend so much money and then I wasn't making any back yet because I
hmm
don't have that big like audience waiting for it yet.
hmm
So I kind of have to wait for that before I can do that again. But in the meantime, I've realized that like it's just not fulfilling my soul to make the content. And so
Yeah.
like I tried it for a year because I was like, this is what we have to do as artists.
Mhm.
This is how it is now.
Mhm.
And I did it and like it helped a little, but it didn't make me feel anything. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm in this transitional phase now where I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna make art because it makes me happy.
Honestly, I think that's probably the best thing you could do for yourself. Like,
Yeah,
we live in such an age of burnout,
yeah,
because we're all working like way overtime to try and make our dreams happen. And it's like we're not seeing anything monetarily coming back from it. And it's like it's
right,
exhausting, and it's like we live in an age where it's like everyone is just like scrolling through TikTok and you're hoping that you'll capture them for whatever it is, 5 seconds even, and then they'll remember your name. And it's exhausting. So like I don't blame you at all,
right,
it's hard
right.
out there.
For sure. It's crazy because like I had one at one point last summer, I released a song called ChatGPT and I was like, I have to make this happen. And so like I posted 5 videos a day for 30 straight days, or maybe even longer than that. I think I did 6 whole weeks or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't do what I was hoping it would do. And after
No.
that, I was like, I'm so burned out. Like I can't get this isn't sustainable, you know?
Yeah.
And but I did learn a lot. Like it helped me kind of like figure out that I really don't think it is quantity. You
Mm-hmm.
just make things that speak to people. Like
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
and and there are ways like people say, like make all these alternate accounts and like post on all of them and make hooks and like grab people's attention. And I just think that all of that is BS. And that yeah, it might work, but like I think authenticity is what actually works the most.
I would agree with that
Yeah.
100% because there are people out there that like I'll see their content and I'm like, you're kind of fun, but like I don't genuinely believe this is you, you
There we
know?
go. Right?
And
Right?
I'm
Yeah.
just like, if you come up to me and you are just being yourself, I think that shines through to people's souls way more than just some, hey, hello, my name's Sydney. How are you doing today? Kind of like whatever, It's just like
Yeah.
it's over animated for the internet, and it's not how people actually are,
Yeah.
which
So
is
true.
why I feel like doing these interviews are so important. I'm like, there's a level of like of a little bit of show, right? Just because we are like on the record or whatever, but it's like, but for the most part, we're just here being ourselves, Like I'm
Yeah.
talking to you like pretty much how I would talk to anyone else, like how I
Same.
would talk to you in person, it's just who I am, and I don't see the point in being like someone I'm not.
I totally agree. I think that it's like such an important part because think about the people you're really big fans of. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think you were saying like you've seen probably interviews and like you like them as a person, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's how you like recently I actually realized like word of mouth is such a thing too. Like
Yes.
somebody recently told me like last year about Nothing Nowhere. I don't know if you listen to him.
Yeah, yes, I'm
I'm
familiar.
so obsessed. Like I was like, how
Yeah.
has this not been in my life longer? Like
Yes.
and it was just because a friend told me and I was like, well, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. And
Mhm.
then I was like, this is like everything that I love in music in one thing.
Yes.
Like he's so amazing. And then I was like curious to watch an interview of him and he
Mhm.
started talking about how he's vegan and like I'm vegan and like all these other things with mental health. And I was like,
Mhm.
well, now I think you're even more dope. So like
Yeah.
it made me realize like word of mouth plus like just kind of knowing a little bit about the artist like really makes you gravitate to them more.
Yes, it's so
So
true. It's like if you can see pieces of yourself in other people, that's like what makes us gravitate towards each other,
yeah,
and
yeah,
and
yeah,
feel connected to each other. Because if we feel like we're all isolated and alone, like that's not gonna make you want to be close to other people or like enjoy things together. And I don't know, music is just so
yeah.
cool that way, where it just brings us all together.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Mhm.
And maybe occasionally it's like, recently I have discovered like one person from like a TikTok video where it was just their music with like a nice video. And I
Yeah.
was I was like, oh, this like spoke to me because it was about
Mhm.
like not being able to be with someone. And I was like, yep.
Yeah,
So
understood.
yeah, yeah. So I
Been
just feel
there.
like, yeah, yeah. I feel like I've learned like that's really the combination. It's like hitting people in an emotional place that they understand is like the third factor, maybe.
Mhm.
So that's kind
Totally.
of my new thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. No, keep on this like that track and just being yourself and it may take a little bit, you know, because the
Yeah,
internet's wild, but you're gonna get
right.
there. I just know
Thank you so much.
it.
Thank you so much. I also feel like it's like not caring anymore about the numbers.
Yeah.
I'm realizing is essential because for so long I've been chasing numbers for like my whole dance career and my whole music career,
Mhm.
and I haven't felt that like viral moment yet or whatever you want to call it. But
Yeah.
I recently realized like it's probably really empty. Like,
It probably is, you
you
know?
know, especially with the way it works now, it comes in once and then like does it mean anything? Like unless
Right.
they really turn into listeners who want to go to your Spotify and show up at your shows, I don't
Yeah.
know that, you know?
Yeah.
So
Like straight up, there have been TikTok audios that I'm like familiar with, but I will not go listen to the actual like song.
me too.
Like
Me
I
too.
just know like oh my God, do you know the one I don't even know who sings it where it's like my name's Pink and I'm really glad to meet you, whatever. Do you know that one?
I don't think so. Isn't it
Oh,
funny how we all get different things
it's
popping
like
up? Yeah.
it's like Pink Panthers or something. Is like her it's like her song or something. And
Okay.
I heard it in a real life setting like recently and I was like, I only know the beginning of this because of TikTok. I'm like, isn't that like
Yeah.
embarrassing? Like I
Yeah.
would rather just know the damn music. Like it's
I
crazy.
agree. Like, 'cause I'd rather have like an emotional connection to the song because I listened to it
Yeah.
and it reminded me of something or whatever versus like it's burned into our brains because we
Mhm.
were scrolling and that same 10-second thing came up like 5 times.
Exactly.
And it's like, it's
Exactly.
almost like it's getting fed to us without us going and wanting it.
Right, which is so weird. And like
Yeah.
that's not how I do things. I like searching for the things that I like. And like don't get me wrong, I love hearing a bunch of stuff like on the fly, but that's what my like Spotify like, you know, like mixes are for. It's like it's
Yeah.
giving me things that it knows I already like,
Yeah.
plus things that are similar that they think I'll also like, which is the best way to do it, honestly, because then I'll
Yeah.
keep coming back to it. I go, oh, I liked that song, and then eventually I like it. I put on other playlists, and before you know it, then I'm a huge fan of whoever it is that's singing that. And I don't know,
Totally.
that's
Totally. Cause it,
genius.
yeah, because it was your choice to like go back and listen to it
Hmm.
versus it just popped up on your timeline 10 times.
Yeah, and then you're like, wow, I know that audio. Never gonna do anything with that though. Like, you know.
Exactly. Hopefully that will change over the next few years. I guess we have to see how it all goes.
I hope so. Honestly,
Yeah.
I want. Oh my God, and don't even get me started with like AI though. Like I cannot.
Oh
So
God, I
it
know,
makes
I
me
know.
so upset. I'm like,
Me
why
too.
are we brain rotting ourselves, guys? We're literally gonna be like the dumbest creatures on earth. Like
No, I know. It's really
it's
scary. It's
horrible.
scary. Even though I have a song called Chat GPT, it's not really
It's so
about
true.
Chat GPT. It's about
Yeah,
how I used it to get advice because I don't know. Somebody told me like I hadn't used Chat GPT until a year ago.
yeah.
And then someone was like, you should download it. Like it helps you plan things or whatever. I was like, okay. I downloaded it. And then instead the first thing I did was like, I like this guy. What do you think?
That's honestly
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Like
And I was like, oh God, I've lost my mind. And then I was like, wait, this is a song.
it's a song. You can make
Yeah.
anything a song, really.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, well, I would say speaking of songs, you have a
Yeah.
new one called Brainstorm.
I do. Yeah.
Talk
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
little bit about it. I think, first of all, it's an amazing song. I absolutely dig it. But yeah, tell me a little bit of anything about it, how the song came about, any little details, tidbits you want to share with everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you like that one.
Mm-hmm.
I am really excited about it too because it's my songs before that were more pop punk and this is to me more like rock, like a
Mm-hmm.
bit alternative, which is like all my newer stuff coming up is all in that lane. So it was like my first one where it's a bit more like, okay, here's the dark side.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited about. But it's funny because I wrote it I think at least 3 or 4 years ago, and it
Mm-hmm.
was a whole different song. And it was kind of like, I don't know, like it sat on my computer for a while because I knew what I wanted to say, but it didn't sound the
Mm-hmm.
way that that I felt, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Because
it
I
does.
was just trying to produce myself and like piece together things and it didn't really work out. And then when I found this instrumental by this producer called IOF, he has a lot of like really cool like Linkin Park vibe type stuff that he does.
Nice.
I was like, this is the sound. And so I just rewrote it over that. And I was like, There we go.
Love it.
Yeah, now it's I feel like it says what I wanted to say, which is like it's basically talking about when you struggle with anxiety or really any kind of mental health struggle and you're like stuck in it and you feel like you can't get out of the spiral and it makes you just want to like push everyone away and be like you're gonna you this is too much for you, so you should
Mhm.
probably just leave now.
Mhm.
And it's like, yeah, it's like that battle, I guess, with yourself. Is that
Yeah.
song? Yeah.
Very relatable. I completely understand. It's just like, yeah, some days you're just like, I need to turn everything off, or sometimes you're just like, I need to be doing this thing or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like an internal conflict all the time. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
totally, totally. And
Mhm.
I've had like a long journey with anxiety attacks. So
Mhm.
it's something I want to talk about in my music more because I want to hopefully help other people
Yeah.
with that. So I feel better these days, but it's definitely a daily battle.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if
For
you don't
sure.
mind me asking, like, what have you found any like really good like remedies for yourself to kind of like soothe when that happens? Or like,
Yeah.
I don't know, what does that kind of look like for you, or any
Yeah.
advice you might have for other people?
Yeah, it's a really good question. There was a point where I was like considering medication because it was just like debilitating. But personally, I'm too scared to take medication. I'm
Mhm.
like afraid of swallowing pills in general. Like I just can't do it. I'm one of those people that like crushes it up. Like I can't do it. It's like a mental thing. So I always was like, let me try to do this without medication first. So I went to a lot of therapy. That was where it started to be helpful. I know therapy is expensive, so some people can't have access, but I found a place and hopefully they have these everywhere. I don't know, but I found a place where it was like people that are graduating. So it's
Oh,
they're just getting their license. They're like really passionate and excited. So a session was like $30.
wow.
Depending on yeah, depending on like how much money you make. And thankfully I was like, I'm a starving artist, here's my paycheck. And so like it worked out for me and I did that for like 3 years and that changed my life. So that's number one. And then a lot of like trying to take care of like the body, like feeding myself properly.
Mhm.
I'm a year and 4 months sober now. That changed a lot
Wow.
for me. Yeah, because I was drinking and like,
Congratulations.
thank you. I was
Mhm.
drinking like every night to try to,
Yeah.
calm that whole thing. So that helped. And also just little things like, heating pads and like ice, like things
Mhm.
that can help when you're in the moment of like, I feel
Yeah.
horrible. And just, I think
Yeah.
the biggest thing for me though is like learning about what's actually happening. Because before you know, like panic is kind of like, oh my God, I'm dying. What is this? This is so scary. And then it stacks on top of itself until it's like you're unable to control it. But once you go through the steps of like, okay, this part of my brain is turning on. All of these symptoms are happening because it thinks I'm in danger. You go to the root of like what's happened to you, like trauma and stuff.
Mhm.
It starts to make sense, and then you can kind of accept yourself a little bit more and be like, okay, I'm someone who's been through things, and that's why I think I'm in danger all the time.
Yeah. No,
You
that makes
know?
a lot of sense. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, my partner has gone through a lot of stuff. And so she has a lot of anxiety and stuff too. And so like a lot of the things you're saying like definitely matches up. And it's like just
yeah,
because it's like that's why you feel that way. It's like bad things have happened to me sometime in like critical moments of like development and stuff too, and that's what can make it
yeah.
like stick with you for a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. That's so true. And because you have the instinct to be like, I'm broken when
Mhm.
you're panicking because like restaurants make me panic. Like I don't go to restaurants. Like I'm
Mhm.
working on trying to like do that a bit more, but I don't. Or like
Mhm.
ironically, like public spaces, like
Yeah.
crowds. But like
Yeah.
I want to play for crowds, but I'm like it makes me really stressed out.
Yeah.
But when you realize that it's just your nervous system, like
Mhm.
and it really it's valid. Like a lot of people is that is intense,
Yeah, it
like
is for sure.
so that helps me.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Yeah.
you're definitely not alone in that aspect, and I know there's gonna be people listening to this who are like, you know, I thought that was a really weird thing that I felt that way, and I'm really glad that I'm not the only one that feels that way, you
Yeah.
know? So
Yeah. That's
yeah,
the goal.
it's a
That's like
real
the
thing for a lot of people. It's like this is a really hard world to live in, and there's a
yeah.
lot of fucked up shit that happens every day. And it's a lot. So like you just do what you can. You take everything day by day, and eventually you'll
Yeah.
feel better, or at least mostly better, hopefully.
Yeah,
So,
totally. I totally
yeah.
agree. If you can just like see the future and be like, it's gonna get better, I think that's
Mhm.
helpful too. Because it's easy to get stuck in like, I'm gonna be like this forever.
Totally.
That was like the worst part for me. It was like, can I ever live my life properly? If
Yeah.
I can't function and I can't like leave the house or like whatever.
Mhm.
So I would think, okay, like this is it, and I'm just gonna like die like this. It sounds so
Mhm.
so dark, but like that's what happens. So if
Yeah.
you can just remind yourself that like right now it's hard,
Mhm.
but you will figure it out. That
Yes,
I
that's
think
we're
that helps. Yeah.
the thing I don't know, it helps me is, like, none of us actually know what we're doing. There's no right way to do things, you know? It's
Yeah.
like, do
Yeah.
everything at your own pace and your own way, and whatever helps you get through the day and stay alive is the most important thing, you know? So,
That I
mhm,
totally agree. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yep,
Try not to
totally.
judge yourself if you have to like do certain things. Like even like drinking alcohol, it's like there's so much shame around that. But
It really is. It's just one
yeah,
of those things that I'm like, why can't we all just, like, get out of each other's business? Just, like, let us live, like
yeah, totally. And also food too. I feel like food is such a
Mhm,
shame thing where people either use it to help them cope or starve because they can't like,
mhm.
and I have trouble where like when I get really nervous, I can't eat at all. And so
Yeah,
there's a lot
mhm,
of shame around that and alcohol and all of the substances and the things. So people will start to judge you and then you feel like, fine, I'll hide.
right, exactly, it's like, so if you're not gonna accept me being how I am, I guess I will never show my face again, like, I
Literally. Yeah. And then I'm just like so isolated when I do that. So the
Yeah,
thing now is I'm trying to just like let myself be seen. I feel like that's the next era of what I want to do with music is like just this is me.
yeah, it's perfect.
All yeah. Yeah. So
It's
that's my
perfect.
plan. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that. Um, let's see, I wanna ask you a couple other music questions here, so,
Yeah.
um, for you, I know, your music career is a little, like, it's still kinda new, but it's not, like, super new, but, what has your experience been like as a woman in the rock scene? Have you had a lot of challenges, or have you just kind of felt like you've been cool with it? I don't know.
That's a good question. Yeah. I think it's gone pretty well for me because I think it's a bit less common for
Mhm.
like women. Like there's a lot of women doing pop
True.
and kind of other things. So I think it's becoming more popular now. But yeah, I don't think I've faced anything that has like made me feel um stuck or like challenged about it yet. It's just
Mhm.
it's felt more exciting to me. Like I found my lane, and now I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm excited that there's like not as many uh maybe not as many females in this lane as like when I was doing singer-songwriter stuff at the very beginning. I feel like
Mhm.
there's a lot more to sort of
Mhm.
like compete with, I guess.
Yeah,
And I
totally.
always yeah, I felt always like I was drowning in it with all of these people that were like really great at that same like world. And
Mhm.
now I'm like, oh no, I know what I bring to the table, and I'm excited that I am in a bit of a niche, a little bit more of a niche, I think. So it's been good for
Mhm.
me so far, I think, actually. So
Awesome. No,
yeah.
that's amazing. Because I know, there's a lot of misogyny in the world in general, and it can happen
Yeah,
in the rock scene for sure, so I'm glad that you haven't felt that at all, at least really, so that's amazing.
you're
Do
right. That's
you
true.
do you have any, women in rock or women bands that you really love?
Well, definitely we already talked about Emily Armstrong, but like
Yes.
she's like I'm so obsessed with her. I think her
Mm,
voice and everything about her is so amazing.
mhm.
Um, I mean, Avril Lavigne, like
Hell yes.
forever.
What a
I feel like
queen.
she raised me. I always say that
Yeah. I
because
love that.
I was right at the age of like, I think I might be 5 years younger than her or something. I'm not entirely sure. So like when she was like a
Mhm.
teenager, I was like that young like thing looking up to her. So
Yeah.
love her forever. Who else? There's so many. I mean, I think I would say those are my two main
Hell
ones.
yeah.
Oh, obviously Haley Williams. We cannot
Oh,
forget. the
We love
queen,
Haley
the queen
Williams.
herself. Like
Oh,
she's so epic.
she
Yeah,
is just like the coolest, most badass, down to
yeah,
earth
yeah.
person.
I
So
totally
cool.
agree. And I feel like too, her lyrics, like her writing was so unique right from the beginning. Like nobody was doing
Absolutely.
what she was doing.
Hmm.
And she was so just like, this is me. And then
Hmm.
her vocals on top of it, you're just like, how are you real? Like
No,
what?
literally, I don't know how so much talent and just incredible everything just got shoved into one human. Like it's just
Totally. Yeah,
I don't get it.
I totally agree. Oh, and the other one I would say, I just thought of two more. Halsey for sure, even though she's like her own world. I feel like she doesn't have a
She,
genre really.
it's
But
like I feel like the world wants to make her pop so bad, but
yeah,
I think she really is a rocker girl at heart. I really think she is.
she's just such like a she's also just there is no one like her. And
Yes.
I love female artists that are like, I'm gonna be this, and
Hmm.
you're gonna listen to it. Like
Yes,
she's so dope.
absolutely.
Yeah, I think I've been a fan of her like longer than I mean, Avril Lavigne obviously is the longest, but like
Hmm.
I've been like a diehard fan of Halsey since she started releasing music. Like I remember when
Yeah.
she had one EP, it was like 2015. She had
Yeah.
one EP out, and I was like, oh my God, this is
That is hardcore. I think
yeah,
I started listening to Halsey sometime after Badlands was already released.
yeah,
So it was like pretty early, but like after she'd already started gaining some momentum, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, hmm.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
is a flex. That is a flex for
It's
sure.
so is a flex, but she's so cool because I just feel like she's still like Halsey. Like
She is.
she is
Hmm.
that same like amazing artist in person after all
Hmm.
of the success. She's so dope. So I love her.
Yeah.
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 Oh, and the last one I was gonna think of is K Flay.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah. I don't
yeah,
know as much about K-Flay, but
yeah.
I'm like familiar enough. So
Yeah, she's
cool.
always been like an inspiration to me because she's very also just in her lane, like gives
Yeah.
no fucks and is like, this is what I do. Like
Yes.
she raps a lot too, so she also is like genreless kind of, but
Hmm.
um I just love
I
her.
kind of love the genreless artists because you like never know what you're gonna get from them, and sometimes that's the best thing
Yeah,
because
yeah,
like you'll hear something and you go, huh? And then you listen to it again and you go, okay, I think I get it. And then listen the third time and you're like, okay, okay, this is good. You know, it's
yeah,
like because you're just not expecting it and you need to like absorb it more. I don't know. And I love that kind of
yeah.
thing. But
Me too, me too. And I'm sure you're talking about like in the sort of like rock lane specifically,
for the
but
most part, yeah.
yeah, 'cause one artist that I'm curious what they would do with rock is Taylor Swift. I don't know if she ever will, but
I okay, so I know a lot of artists that do rock covers of Taylor Swift,
yeah,
but I personally I don't know if I can envision her as a rock artist. I
yeah,
just
yeah.
don't know. I mean, I'm sure she can do it, but I don't know.
You're right.
That
It's
would
like a
be so
controversial.
crazy.
Yeah, because I just love her. I'm inspired by her a lot as an artist and person, but
Mhm.
I think that's like the one of the lanes that like she hasn't done, and I don't know if she ever will. But
Yeah,
I don't know. I just think that's an interesting thought.
it really is. I've honestly never even like considered that before. I've considered
I don't
everyone
know if
doing
I could see
like
her
rap.
getting like screamo
Yeah.
angsty. I don't know if it would happen.
No, I don't. I think she could like okay. The lyrics and stuff already make for a good like emo song just because of like the pure emotion. I just can't envision her actually singing like that.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know
think
what it
so
is.
either. Maybe just people will just cover them, and then that's
Yeah,
how it goes. Yeah,
honestly, that's okay. I'm
yeah.
good with that.
Yeah. Well, because I think her whole appeal is like also her just being herself, which is,
Yes.
it's different than that. She's more kind of like personal and like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe her, but it started in country. So it's like very
Yeah.
different.
Rooted in country, then it started with then it leaned more pop and then kind of a little more singer-songwriter pop kind of stuff. I don't know. She just has such a wide discography of music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know about The Rock.
Yeah.
Not
Probably
to say
not.
not to say that it would be bad. I mean, Taylor, if you're listening to this, you're not. But if you ever did, You should try it and prove me wrong.
I mean, I think she could probably do anything, but
Which
I
I
agree.
would
It's
agree.
it seems like a a strange combination, but you never say never.
Never say never,
Yeah.
as Justin Bieber once said.
Oh my God, I love that song. I'm a Bieber fan for
Ah,
sure.
yes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. I have to imagine I'm probably like I have to be like 10 years younger than you. If you said you're like 5 younger than Taylor Swift. Are you 35?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You're
Okay.
five younger than Avril. You mean I'm actually same
Oh,
age as her.
that's what I
Yeah.
meant. I meant
Yeah.
Avril.
Yeah.
Um, I'm 26. So the
Okay.
Bieber
Cool. Cool.
fever hype happened when I was in like elementary school,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
like all of my friends were all like, "Oh my God, I love him," and I was like, "Why?" And it wasn't until like later that I appreciated him more, and then One Direction dropped, and that like took me out. I like loved One
Totally.
Direction. Um,
Totally. That's so funny. That's so funny because when One Direction came out, I was already like 20 or something. So
Yeah,
it
exactly. And
was
I
like,
was like prime age for that. I was in middle school. That's
yeah,
like a middle schooler's dream. You're like, oh my God, the
it's
boy
so true.
band.
It's
Like,
so true. Yeah. The
yeah,
people that had that age when they came out are like for life. Like,
exactly. So
yeah,
yeah. But anyway, music is so weird. Music is so fun, and I just love it.
me too. Me too.
Yeah.
For
All
life.
right. I would say I have a couple more questions for you before we wrap this up. So let's
Yeah.
see. Um, if you could build your own tour lineup of yourself and like 3 other artists, who would you love to be on that tour with you?
Oh, that is such a great question. And it doesn't matter if I'm opening or they're opening, doesn't matter, right?
Nah,
Okay.
just
MGK.
anybody.
Yeah,
Hmm.
MGK number one. My biggest dream is to open for him on tour. Like,
That would be
um,
so cool.
yeah, no, it's on my vision board. It's definitely happening at some point
Yes.
in my life. I mean, I already I wrote a song about him called "I'm in Love with Machine Gun Kelly," and I released it like a couple years ago. And
Yes.
I actually responded to it on Twitter, and so
No way.
he knows I exist. That's
What did
why I
he
wrote it.
say? Like what did it say?
He was like, "I'm so flattered by this song, and I just wanted you to know that I was gonna surprise you and come to your Viper Room show, but I had to go to my daughter's volleyball game," and I was just like, "Oh my God, he was gonna come to my
Can
show." I
you
would have.
fucking imagine if you just walked in the room and you're like, I think I would literally pass away.
No, I would
That
have. I would have. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. So it wasn't the timing wasn't aligned yet, and
It'll
that will
happen
happen.
one day, okay? You
Yeah,
need
it's gonna
to
happen.
you're gonna have like a tour and it's gonna be like the I Love Machine Gun Kelly tour or Machine Gun Kelly come to this tour.
Yeah, no, it's gonna well because my plan was I open for him and then I sing I'm in love with Machine Gun Kelly. All his fans already love it. So it's like they're singing about him and it's like they're already stoked he's going on stage later. Like that's not where my
Yeah.
mind was. But so him for sure. I also just am so like inspired by him to be able to hear him play every night would be a dream. Like you get off stage and then you listen like what to the person who like inspired you. Like that's the
Oh,
dream.
that would be so cool. I am hardcore
Yeah.
manifesting this for you. I
Oh,
hope
it's
it happens.
happening. It's on the vision board. I can
It's
show you like
there's power in writing things down.
yeah.
It's going to happen, okay? I'm just
I
telling you.
totally agree. I totally agree. And I believe in timing. So like I have no control over when that will align. I'm just releasing it. Like I was chasing it for a while. I was emailing people and like posting constantly about it.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I'm gonna let it go. It will come back to me.
It
So
will
yeah.
when you release things, they will come back at
Yeah.
the right moment.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
it will be
Yeah.
waiting for you.
Yes. Because you gotta be ready for those things, you know?
Yes.
So
Exactly. So we got Machine Gun Kelly.
yeah,
Who else
yeah.
is gonna join us on this epic tour?
I mean, I've always dreamed of opening for Avril because
Yeah.
she raised me. So
Yes.
Avril,
And
what a
that's
lit
fitting.
tour.
They have songs together, don't they?
They
Right?
do. They have a song
Yeah.
together. Yeah, he
I was,
features on one of her songs.
okay, I
Very
was
fun.
like 95% sure that they do. So
Yeah, yeah,
see, that's
I love that
already
song.
fitting right there. Perfect.
Right? Yeah, them two for sure. And like all there's so many. Like, how do you choose? Probably Halsey, just because
Yeah, that would
um
be cool.
yeah, I just love her. She's another one of the big like artists
Mhm.
that have like formed me. So
Yeah, perfect. I
yeah,
would
those
go to that show, let me just tell you, that would be
I
one
would
hell of
die for
a
that show.
show. That would be
Oh, yeah.
perfect.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
I love
sure.
that so much. Okay, and then let's see, what would you consider to be the coolest thing that's happened in your music career thus far?
That is such a good question. I mean, obviously, like MGK saying he was gonna come to my show was pretty
Okay,
insane
why'd I
because
even ask? That's like
yeah, like
obvious.
your biggest idol ever, like acknowledging your existence, saying they wanted to come and meet you is pretty insane. When that happens for real, I'm sure that that will be the answer to that question. But since it
Yeah.
hasn't quite happened yet, I would probably say two things. One thing is I got a song placed in a commercial. Um,
Wow.
yeah, last year, and it paid my rent for like a year.
That's
So
wild.
yeah, I really
Oh my
felt
gosh.
like, yeah, I felt like I was like, this is what I've been working up to. Like I was living off my music at that point in time. So,
Yeah, that's
um,
amazing.
thank you. Yeah, I was really thankful for that.
What commercial was it?
It was so random. It's this commercial for transition lenses. Do you know their little
No.
like sunglasses that like turn into like they
Oh,
start as
yes, okay,
they like
yeah,
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 they start as
that's
glasses
actually
and then they
so
turn.
sick. I love
Yeah, it
that.
was like an older song. It was like one of my singer-songwriter songs from the first one I
Nice,
released actually back in the day. But anyway,
nice.
that was pretty cool. But I actually think the coolest thing is what I'm working on now, which
Ooh,
is kind of a secret, but I can say that I wrote an entire movie script and I am gonna have original music in it, and it's
wow.
based off of like the early 2000s. It's like whole music driven movie, and
Okay.
I'm pitching it to production companies right now. So that's what I'm gonna be making happen is like
Wait, that's so
base
cool.
yeah. Yeah, I'm so excited about it. Like I went insane and like couldn't stop writing for the last few weeks and now
Mhm.
it's done. And so it's I'm like laser focused on that being the way that my music becomes discovered is through this movie. So
That's
yeah.
literally the coolest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Thank you
That's
so much. I'm really
I
excited.
am, like, pushing all of the good vibes your way, like, that is going to be a amazing.
Thank you
That's
so much.
so
I'm
cool.
beyond excited. I'm like I'm the very beginning, like I've finished it and now I'm emailing. So I'm like, this is like day one of the
Yeah.
journey, but I'm gonna make it happen. So
You're gonna make it happen. It's like I just I know it, okay? You have me on your side. I am here and I believe
yes,
in you.
that's all I need. All you need is one other person to be like, do
That's
it.
all you need. You just need one
Yeah,
person to believe in you and you can do
yeah,
anything. That's what
yeah.
I believe. So,
Hell yeah. Thank you so much.
no, that's genuinely so fucking cool. Like
Thank you.
that's like the definition of a creative right there. Like that's sick.
Thank you, thank you. I'm really stoked about it. I just can't wait for it to like come to life and all of that.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. Keep doing you, girl. That's that you're making magic. It's gonna all come together.
Yay, thank you so much. I needed this so much today. So you're inspiring me too. And I'm excited for you and everything that
Oh,
you're doing.
thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate that so much. Um, okay, I have like one or two more questions for you, then we'll wrap it up. But
Yeah.
um, what is one piece of advice you would give to your younger self if you could?
Oh my God. That's such a good question. Okay. I would say if we're going younger, like maybe like the beginning of the journey, like knowing nothing,
Yeah.
um, I would say it's gonna be really, really hard,
Mhm.
and know that that's gonna make it so much more worth it when
Mhm.
you get there. And it's so cliche, but I'm getting to the point now where I see this movie happening and I see my career taking off, and I'm like, when I have had 17 years of like grinding in LA before that happens, you're just going to be so thankful for it. So
Mhm.
I would just tell her like it's going to be long, it's going to be really difficult, and you're going to want to quit every day. But it's going to be so worth it. So you just find a way to like remember that.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
I feel like my younger self could hear that for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know, as a kid I was pretty shy too, and I had all the doubts in the world in my head, and like it took a lot of, just like I talking to myself to be like, you are going to be just fine. It's all going to work out, So I
So
love that a
true.
lot. I can
So,
relate
so
to it
true.
too.
I'm
Mhm.
so glad. I'm so glad. I feel like we when we're younger too, we're like really self-conscious.
For sure.
you know, and we think we're
I
not
was.
enough.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's like you have to, that's another thing too, I'd probably say is like, remember, like you have a lot to offer, and stop comparing yourself to everyone else because
Yeah.
that's the worst
That's
thing.
a big one. It's like we all
Yeah.
have to remember we are all on different journeys here. None of us are going to ever look at our friends and say, wow, we're all exactly the same. That's weird. Like, no one's ever going to think that. Like, everyone's different
Yeah.
and we're all meant to be, you know? So,
Yeah.
mhm,
I
cool,
totally agree. That's such a good point.
cool. All right.
Yeah.
And my last question for you here. What are your goals and where do you see the Juliette Irons project 5 years from now?
All these questions are so great. I love this
Thank,
question. This is
thank
getting
you.
me to think about it. Yeah, no, you're so good at this. Um, okay. What are my goals and where do I see it in 5 years?
Hmm.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
My goals are get this movie in the theaters. That's the
Fuck
one right
yes.
now. I'm like, yeah, have pretty much everybody discover me through this movie because I think they're
Mhm,
gonna create a real emotional connection to me, and that's what I want.
mhm.
So get the movie in the theaters, open for MGK. Get
Hell yeah.
to, yeah, get to like somewhere maybe around 100 to 200,000 monthly listeners so I can be uh
Yeah.
paying my bills off of Spotify every month.
Yeah, let's go. Mhm.
So those, I think those are the top three. And then in 5 years, I would say all of that is definitely happening. Has
Yeah.
happened. All that has happened already.
Mhm.
And I would say that I'm possibly still touring if I feel like up for it,
Mhm.
depending on where I'm at. But I probably will want to keep touring at that age. And making more movies. I'm discovering I really need to create like cinematic visuals.
That's
So
so cool.
yeah,
No,
making more
I think wherever you are in the creative space is gonna be perfect for you.
totally.
You were born to be a creative for sure.
Hell yeah. I agree.
Mhm.
Thank you for
Mhm. Yep.
that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, those are all amazing goals, and I think you could definitely achieve all of them in 5 years. Yeah, just
me too.
keep your
Yeah.
head down, keep that laser focus sharp, and you can do anything. So I believe in you wholeheartedly.
Thank you so much. I really needed to hear that. That means a
Yes,
lot to me,
you're
honestly. Thank
very,
you.
very welcome. Thank you so much for sitting down with me today. This has been a really, really good, just honest, like chat, and I just really appreciate it. So thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for having me on here and thinking of me and everything. It's been great. It's such always a good opportunity to talk with someone else who loves music and like
Hmm.
just be real. So thank you so much.
Of course.
All right, pop punk enthusiasts, that was my interview with the amazing Juliette Irons. I hope you enjoyed this interview so much. She was so sweet and so authentic, and I hope you guys go and listen to her music and help her have that career of her dreams. If you want to go ahead and support Juliette on social media, you can follow her at Juliette Irons. Juliette is spelled Juliette, and then Irons, Irons. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode, Pop Punk Enthusiasts. You guys are seriously the best. And again, to all my new friends, thank you for joining us today. I hope you really enjoyed this, and you can look out for another new episode very soon. We should be releasing another one next week with a very cool upcoming band that I really admire a lot. So stay tuned. This is where I'm going to leave you this week, pop punk enthusiasts. Thanks again so much for tuning in. You can visit poppunkpromo.com for anything and everything involving this podcast. Also, to artists, we did just release our paid services. So I'm really excited to work with a lot of you on booking. That's the main thing that we're doing. We also have playlisting opportunities and other opportunities to be featured on our social media. So be sure to check out our website for pricing and all of those things. Otherwise, for all of you listeners, stay safe out there, be good to yourselves and each other, and we'll catch you again in the next episode. See you later.